creating routines that will improve your life indefinitely. You can wonder what makes successful people successful. All I can say is that it requires attention, self-discipline, and willpower to consistently make things happen. The positive behaviors and routines people cultivate to enhance their quality of life are one thing they share in common. Old routines might be challenging to break, but if you can adopt a few new, crucial routines, they'll help you live a happier, longer life. Since we become what we regularly do, establishing these routines will enhance both your mental and physical well-being. Your general sense of well-being will also rise, greatly enhancing your quality of life. You receive a better, less stressful existence with fewer health issues in return. Considerably better results for such a small compromise, don't you think? Number 1. Create a morning ritual. There are other factors besides early rising that can improve your quality of life. It also involves organizing daily activities and doing them in a systematic way. Making a to-do list first thing in the morning will inspire you and keep you moving forward throughout the day. This can help you overcome procrastination, which can occasionally leave you feeling overwhelmed and unsure of what to do next. In addition to a to-do list, morning activities like a run or a balanced breakfast might provide you with extra energy. If you don't enjoy being outside, perhaps some morning yoga and meditation might be more your style. Maybe spend 30 minutes reading a motivational book. As you sip your morning coffee, you might perhaps take a relaxing shower, read, or listen to the news. Setting up a meaningful morning routine enables you to start the day off on a proactive note that has a positive influence. We are all creatures of routine, so why not engage in them frequently if they are enjoyable? Number 2. Follow the 80-20 rule. This theory states that despite how straightforward it may look, 20% of tasks produce 80% of the outcomes in any given situation. This means that while the items on your to-do list are important, the ones that have the biggest impact should receive the majority of your time and attention. You would be more productive and freer to concentrate on other tasks on the same to-do list if you concentrated on this 20%. People who are easily distracted or who are overworked can benefit from this. Number 3. Learn to single task. I hate to break it to you, but just 2% of individuals in the world can multitask properly. You may think it is because we live in a busy, bustling metropolis, and multitasking comes naturally to us. While occasionally multitasking is harmless, constantly switching between projects makes it difficult to concentrate, making it harder for your brain to filter out extraneous information and causing it to move from one activity to another without being able to focus well on either, contributes to mental congestion. According to a Stanford University study, multitasking decreases productivity and may even harm your cognitive control. Instead of multitasking, pick one item from your to-do list and focus only on it until it is finished. You'll feel less tense and restless, which lowers your risk of making mistakes and is one of the first noticeable consequences. In turn, this increases your productivity. You'll discover that single tasking helps you feel less anxious, make fewer mistakes, and be more productive. Number 4. Appreciate more. Are you appreciative of what you already possess? Are you appreciative that you have the means to get to work even though you're not driving the BMW you've been fantasizing about? Despite the high unemployment rate, does anyone have legs to stand on or a job? If you feel awful for whining about your current standard of living, just keep in mind that someone is far worse off than you are, and they are just as appreciative. Gratitude should be actively practiced according to the motto. Practicing thankfulness is a terrific method to bring optimism into your life, as Tony Robbins once observed. When you're grateful, fear leaves and abundance arrives. Your mental health will improve and your stress levels will be reduced. How can you then develop this beneficial routine? Start by setting aside 10 minutes each day to reflect on your blessings. List at least 3 items each day, give them thought, and celebrate their contribution. What are the chances that you were born out of more than 400 quadrillion options? Your existence is a miracle in and of itself. Number 5. Go for a social media detox. Over 90% of our Earth is made of digital space, and new things frequently become social media trends. Some of the information revealed can have a favorable or negative effect on you, depending on where you're catching up on someone else's trip or whether they recently purchased a new home. Regardless of how beneficial it is, you might occasionally become so immersed in social media that you lose sight of reality, not to mention how much time it takes. According to research, the average user has 5 social media accounts and spends nearly 2 hours every day viewing their feeds. Mental clutter has always been linked to an increase in depression occurrences. The only logical solution to lower stress levels in this situation seems to be a social media detox. To evaluate your mood and reestablish contact with the real world, simply turn off your phone or any other device you may use to access social media for a few hours each day. Number 6. Exercise often. A minimum of 15 to 30 minutes each day should be set aside for exercise. I mean, there are so many advantages to exercising. Regular exercise improves your physical health, but it also boosts your creativity and sharpens your mind. Exercise always aids in lowering the risk of significant medical conditions like type 2 diabetes. Exercise doesn't have to be monotonous or require you to lift a lot of weights at the gym. It might include enjoyable pastimes like dancing around the house, playing with your pet, or even going for a walk with a buddy. Even the most accomplished fitness experts will attest that getting started was the most difficult effort. Although developing a new fitness routine can be challenging the first month, sticking with it can benefit you in the long run. Your social behavior will improve, your hunger will return to normal, digestion will be easy, you'll sleep better, and you'll have a better memory. The list of advantages is endless. If exercising is not already a routine for you, you might begin slowly with simple exercises that you can do. What if you merely perform 10 jumping jacks each day before taking a shower? Where would you be if you continued this for a year? Here's a tip. Working out outside will benefit your mind, soul, and body in addition to your physical health. Number 7. Invest in self-care. We may become so preoccupied with our work that we forget simply to take a break. You might be kept busy by work, school, taking care of the family, running your business, or even a job. However, occasionally it makes sense to do nothing but unwind. It may do wonders for your mood, mental health, and self-esteem by taking some time off to relax. This might be as simple as doing at least one happy-making activity each day. Take a long bubble bath, learn a new skill online, listen to some music, do something cool at home, or even cook a delicious meal. Just unwind and enjoy yourself. Number 8. Read books. Although some of the advantages of daily brain stimulation may not be immediately apparent, science is demonstrating that our brains change as we learn. Our brains tend to slow down, become less responsive, and grow more susceptible to disease over time if we don't exercise them. Reading books is a fantastic way to expand your knowledge and inspire your imagination. Reading enhances focus and has a relaxing impact similar to meditation. Non-fiction books are great for expanding your horizons by inspiring you and assisting you in coming up with new ideas. But not all books have the same impact. Since they're based on actual events, they provide helpful guidance on how to deal with a variety of difficult circumstances. It has been demonstrated that lifelong learners react more quickly, have stronger social skills, and are happier overall. It can help prevent dementia, enhance memory function, facilitate the processing of new information, and increase productivity. Additionally, the prospect of learning something new gives you a feeling of direction and enhances your attractiveness. Choose to read a book rather than use social media or watch television to help you ease into this routine. To make time for this routine, you can even set a reminder on your phone for 20 minutes before bed. Switch off your electronics and pick up a real book to hold in your hands. Take in all of its wonder. Number 9. Create social connections with positive people. Even if you like spending time alone, did you know that having supportive social connections and a sense of community will help you live longer? In addition to providing you with pleasure, social interactions have an impact on our long-term health. It is equally crucial to health as food, rest, and exercise. We value our relationships just as much as we value the sun's rays on our souls or food for our bodies. But be aware of the people you are surrounding yourself with as you do this. Additionally, they ought to be optimistic about life or about the path they are taking to get there. You shouldn't form unhealthy routines just to be social, since you're the average of the 5 individuals you spend the most time with. The people you love and care about need to be near the top of that list, since we turn them for support when life gets busy or stressful. As long as you set priorities, it doesn't matter what you're working on or concentrating on in life. Do you remember to tell them you love them and that you appreciate them? Do you frequently ignore your loved ones when more essential matters arise? You must treasure the time you set aside for your loved ones. You don't need to wait for a problem to occur. Most new friendships and partnerships begin with enjoyment of life, laughter, and a desire to demonstrate love. Not only that, but it's also important to remember to always engage with others positively. How will people remember you after your time on earth is over? Make it a practice to leave individuals happier than when you found them, as opposed to lowering them. Number 10. Practice minimalism. Don't worry, I'm not telling you to throw everything away and adopt a hippie lifestyle. To be sure, there's nothing wrong with that. All I'm saying is that having a lot of possessions can make our lives more difficult. We have a propensity to gather, show, move, clean, and then store our possessions. You will see that dealing with these issues doesn't necessarily make us happy. Instead, it only wastes our time. Minimalism promotes both health and prosperity. You're left with an uncluttered, straightforward environment in life as you get rid of the stuff you do not use or need. It's the art of living simply, utilizing basic tools, maintaining basic clothing, and carrying less. Life is short, and sensory overload may make it chaotic. Imagine having to deal with the burden of expenses at the same time as relationships, employment, and things. With minimalism, you have the chance to shift the emphasis from belongings and obligations to loved ones and happiness. It's not a get happy quick scheme, but minimalism does free up space in your life for the things that really matter to you and make you happy. You're able to save more money as a result of spending less on purchasing and replacing items. Your riches will rise, but in a similar vein, your time will as well. Living a minimalist lifestyle will make it simpler to manage your time, keep your house tidy, and generally enjoy life. The additional lesson is to establish your priorities. You may live a life you love by setting your priorities straight. It's not always simple to figure things out, but if you give up attempting to solve a lot of problems at once, you may start somewhere and gradually get better. Now that your socks are up, it's time to conquer life. That's all for now. We hope you enjoyed yourselves and learned something new. If you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss any of our videos. Click on our previous videos and learn business ideas for 2023, 5 things you must know to be a millionaire, or click on a guide for teenagers on how to become millionaires step by step to keep your knowledge growing.